Welcome back to the Drug Pronunciation Series here on the Pharmacist Voice podcast. I am your host, Ohio pharmacist Chem Newlove. This is episode 330, and you can find the show notes on the pharmacistvoice.com. Just a little story for you as we get started. My local library sells used books. Does your library do this too? A few times a year, they have a big book sale, but you can also buy a used book from their stockpile in the basement anytime the library's open, which is something I did recently. This year, I came across a copy of Davis's Drug Guide for Nurses, 7th edition, and I think I bought it for $1, just $1. It was a great deal. Anyways, this book was published in 2001, which is the year that I graduated from the University of Toledo College of Pharmacy with my BS Pharm. All the way back in 2001. I can't believe it's been 24 years. Amazing. I was looking inside this Davis's Drug Guide for Nurses, and I was looking for a common drug name that some people struggle with and use it for this episode. If you have peeked at the title of this episode, you already know that I picked ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen. That is the generic for Trileptal. In this episode, I will divide ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen and Trileptal into syllables, tell you which syllables to emphasize, and then share my sources. The written pronunciations are helpful, of course, so if you want to see those, head over to the show notes on the pharmacistvoice.com. I've got those written pronunciations in the show notes. And as a reminder, as we get started, we don't cover pharmacology in this series, just pronunciations. Let's get started. Ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen has 5 syllables. The first 2 syllables sound like boxcar, which is a type of car that a train pulls. Just drop the B, so it's ox-kar, not boxcar. So we've got ox-kar for the first 2 syllables. The next syllable is BAZ, like basketball. It's the NBA Finals right now, so let's go with basketball there. Which is a short E sound like the E in the middle of the word elephant. And peen, like a ball peen hammer. It's a tool. All right, you put all 5 syllables together and you get ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen. Emphasize ox and BAZ. BAZ gets the most emphasis. See if you can hear that emphasis when I say it again. Ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen. My sources are the USP Dictionary Online and MedlinePlus.gov. I have used these references many times, and they worked well today. When I looked for a spoken pronunciation, I came up with a few that did not match mine. I must insist that ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen is the correct pronunciation. It's in the dictionary, it's on MedlinePlus.gov. I've been using it for years. I insist it's correct. But 2 of the spoken pronunciations that I came across, I will share with you now. One is ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen, and the other is ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen, which is altogether wrong because it's ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen mixed with carbamazepine, and those are just 2 different drugs altogether. Now just imagine how confused a patient might feel if they knew what both drugs are, but someone told them to take their ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen. It's 2 drug names together. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, but it is such a mistake. Don't say ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen. That is not the drug name. Again, the correct pronunciation is ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen. Ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen. Next up is the brand name Trileptal. Trileptal has 3 syllables. Tri, like you're trying to say this drug name. Lep, as in epilepsy. And tul, like the last syllable in the word accidental. Tul. Put all 3 syllables together and you get Trileptal. Emphasize that middle syllable, lep. My source is the medication guide for Trileptal on the FDA's website. We're getting towards the end here. Let's review. I divided ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen and Trileptal into syllables. I told you which syllables to emphasize, and then I shared my sources. The written pronunciations are in the show notes, and now it's up to you to practice. Thank you for joining me for the 55th episode in my drug pronunciation series. I love this series. To find the show notes, go to thepharmacistvoice.com, click the podcast tab, and find episode 330. In the show notes, you will find the written pronunciations for ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen and Trileptal, links to my sources, which were Medline Plus, the USP Dictionary Online, and the FDA, links to the other 54 episodes in my drug pronunciation series, my social media links, and more. If you'd like to recommend a drug name for this series, please reach out. I love hearing from my audience. Either send me a voicemail message or go ahead and type out a message in the contact form on the pharmacistvoice.com. If you know someone who might like to learn how to say ox-kar-BAZ-e-peen and Trileptal, share this episode with them. And if you like this podcast, come on back, subscribe to or follow the Pharmacist Voice podcast on your favorite podcast player and YouTube to get each new episode right when it comes out. We've got a lot more coming up in 2025. Thanks for listening today. I'll talk to you next week. Next week is my spring 2025 update. I've been doing a construction project in my backyard. My son is graduating from high school in 2 days on Friday, May 16th. I'm recording this on the 14th. Lots is going on in the world of Chem. Join me for the spring 2025 update. I'll talk to you next week.